ever allowed that criticism to stop you from being able to have your authentic voice as an artist? Because it does get really difficult.
Yeah, but what? No, 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 no. You got to drown all of that out, because if you let somebody talk you out of a place that God has put you in, you are going to find yourself in hell. I know for a fact
Ooh.
that what I'm doing is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, because for everyone who is a critic, I have thousands of used to be emails from people saying, this changed my life. Oh my God, you know me. Oh my God, you saw me. How did you know this about my life, my
Man.
family? So that is what is important to me. We're talking a large portion of my fans who are disenfranchised, who
That's
cannot get
right.
in the Volvo and go to therapy on the weekend.
That's
So you've
right.
got this highbrow Negro who is all up in the air with his nose up looking at everything. And then you got people like where I come from and me who are grinders, who really know what it's like, whose mothers and who were caregivers for white kids and were maids and
Amen.
housekeepers and all of these beauticians. That don't discount these people and say that their story don't matter. Who are you to be able to say which black story is important or should be told? Get out of here with that bullshit.
Yes, yes, and that is
Yeah,
what we come up against. It's like you
yeah.
said, the respectability politics that we're always pushing up against, which at the end of the day, what we are facing and what we are oppressed again, it doesn't matter how well you speak, it doesn't matter how well you walk, it doesn't matter how well you do anything. If somebody's going to not like you, they're going to not like you, period. So
Right.
holding ourselves to these unbelievable standards that stop us from being able to tell our true stories and connect to one another, it only, like you said, puts us in a personal hell and doesn't allow us to really be all that we're meant to be because we're too busy trying
Right.
to fit into somebody else's idea.
Listen, what I always say is don't worry about being in somebody's box, because when you die, they're going to put you in one. So you may as well just live your life outside of a box.
All right, man. Tyler Perry going at black people and Rotten Tomatoes, who gave his new movie Divorce in the Black, I think, 0% in Rotten Tomatoes. Audience gave it 75%. I guess that's the audience rating, maybe on Google. IMDb gave it 4.5 out of 10. I actually watched the movie. With, with a woman, and I actually thought it was straight. I thought it was a good movie, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. I really held my attention. I didn't mind watching it. She wanted to watch it. I'm like, fuck it, let's watch it. Had Megan Good in it, so at least I got to look at her. Had Cory Hardrick in it, so I want to see him win. I want to see all productive black men win. So I'm like, yeah, let's watch it. Watched it, and I thought it was a pretty good movie. Okay. Now, is it your typical Tyler Perry movie? Absolutely. Most men are not going to go in droves to watch this movie. This movie was for black women. So basically what happened was you had a couple, had a church girl. I mean, most of y'all can relate to this. Had a church girl who was dating a ghetto boy, a bad boy. Right? Put up with his shit for years. They didn't have kids. Cory Hardrick was the bad boy with the ghetto family. One of the scenes that had people up in arms was the beginning, how it started off. Started off them burying his brother, and the pastor, basically, which was Megan Good's father, and the brother was Cory Hardrick brother from the ghetto family from the trenches, basically called the family out for being ghetto and committing crimes around the neighborhood at the funeral. I felt the pastor was wrong for doing that. The mama got mad, told the sons to take the casket. They didn't need the church's help. And they took the body out the casket and buried their brother on their own trailer park land. All right? So right then and there, that cross friction in Cory Hardrick's and Cory Hardrick's and Megan Good's marriage. Even though it was tension already there, it came out that he was verbally abusive, physically abusive. She put up with him. Her family and her friends tried to get her to, divorce him. And long story short, he ended up divorcing her. All right. She ran back to one of her first loves that him and his brothers beat up. So, she was hurt over the divorce, went back home, healed, and then she moved on. She tried to monkey branch to another dick, which is true. The dude was like, nah, because the dude that she used to date before him, that she chose over him, was like, he just got out of divorce and he had a daughter. He like, nah, I can't let you make that mistake, and I'm not going to take advantage while you're vulnerable. Long story short, they divorced. Cory Hardrick says she can keep the house because the family, the church, and her dad was the pastor. They helped put the down payment on the house. She kept the house. And she had the old boyfriend over, and he smashed, right? So he smashed. So, you know, when the divorce was finalized at this point, the thing about the divorce is her friend and her worked at the bank, and her friend's husband was Cory Hardrick's best friend, but he was a lawyer. So he helped them finalize the divorce. They threw her divorce party and all that. She ended up fucking old buddy. And, you know, so she had old buddy at the crib. So she changed all the locks. Somehow Cory Hardrick got through the back window and said that, you know, now that she moved on, he moved on with another dude. He like, no, I want you back. Which, side note, that's crazy, because it's something in the human brain where you can see your ex with somebody else and then you want them back. In a lot of situations, you know, now niggas ain't gonna tell the truth. A lot of women gonna tell the truth. As soon as they move on with somebody that you deem worthy, now if it's a downgrade, you know, you probably like, fuck it. But sometimes, you know, you see them move on, it do something to you. I don't know. It's something about the toxicity of it. It's something about, I understand why people fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember I was breaking up with somebody years ago. Oh shit, a couple times. The sex is so much better. Like when y'all breaking up or y'all argue, sex is better. Sex is better when you know, somebody cheating around too. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't supposed to be doing it. You know, y'all break up, y'all kind of fuck around every now and again. That, I don't know, something about that sex, it just be A1. But yeah, it's kind of something in the human brain, you know. But after a while, you know, you get over it. And women move on faster than dudes, so she moved on with another dick. It's just simple as that, a guy. And then, you know, he climbed through the window, and old buddy was asleep upstairs. So he went upstairs to wash up, and she was like, no, you gotta go. He couldn't do nothing. He caught old buddy sleeping in the bed, put them paws on him, and somehow he got beat up by a dude that was sleeping. Dude woke up, you know, he took wrestling after his brothers jumped him back, and they woke up, put Cory Hardrick to sleep. They drug him out the house, put him in his truck, and told him to go home. So, she get crazy. Then, long story short, old buddy family killed the new nigga, the new man. They killed some of his farm animals, because he had a farm back in Georgia. Her family lived in a small town outside of Georgia, an hour and a half away. Then, Cory Hardrick, he was like the divorcee from hell. He put hands on her mama, not physically like beat her, but he was, you know, grabbed her mama and warned her mama. The daddy heard about it, went to go confront the family. They shot the daddy in the leg, beat him up, put him on the side of the road. Daddy was in ICU. So long story short, she got a restraining order put on Cory Hardrick, put cameras up. So she baited him back to the crib. He came back to the crib, and you know, they got into an argument. He hit her a couple of times, and then her father gave her some guns just in case he came back. Blew his ass out the water, killed him, and shit, that was the end of the movie. The family confronted him at the hospital. She said, you better leave me alone for somebody else next. And for the long story short, that's what it was. You know, it was some wild divorcee type shit. She married the bad boy. She married the Glocktavius with the Pookie family. And, over the good wholesome dude. But who knows, the good wholesome dude, you know, maybe that wouldn't have worked out. But she married the Glocktavius, and that and she paid for it. She had to catch a body. You know, she stuck by him, she stuck by him, she stuck by him, she stuck by him, she stuck by him until he left her. Till she was too old. And when he seen how easy she was able to move on, then he wanted her back, and he figured he made a mistake. Had a good life, good job, good everything. And that's a real, like, y'all want to say Tyler Perry do stereotype videos, but there was a lot of truth to that video. A lot of these women, they choose the bad guy. They choose the bad guy. That's who they want. And they don't leave the bad guy. They don't leave the bad guy. They stick by his side through thick and thin. Excuse me. Through thick and thin. They stick by his side, and they fuck with him. But the good guy, they quick to leave. The guy that wait on them hand and foot, They go to work, they do the job, they pay the bills, they quick to leave them. This is why guys, you got MGTOW, whatever that is, men going their own way. You got guys getting passports. You got guys that's just not dealing with the average American woman anymore. That's not just black women, it's just a matter. It don't, like, when men are starting to figure out female nature, that it's a lose-lose. Because I have to be a bad guy and have to treat you like shit for you to stay. I'm not doing that. And they stick by it because they want to change you. That's what they want to do. They want to change you. That's just what it is. So, to me, the movie was stereotypical. Yeah, all Tyler Perry movies are, but it was good. It was good to me. Shout out to Cory Hardrick, made it good, did an amazing job. They supporting actors did an amazing job. But a lot of times in the hood, that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the God honest truth. That's the God honest truth. So, that's the God honest truth. They tend to sit there and stick by the bad option. So, like I said before, he make the same movies. It's from a woman's perspective. A man giving it from a woman's perspective. Could even write something from a man's perspective, but guess what? That's like the church telling women the truth about themselves, that how they the problem, they got to be better. Guess what? They're going to lose their congregation. So you think Tyler Perry going to trade his female audience in for a black male audience? Absolutely not. He probably believe, black men don't have no money and black men, they gon', that's what he believe. They gon', when you find your niche, you do your niche. You got a bunch of divesting channels on YouTube of black women seeing how they divest. And crazy enough, I'm finding out a lot of those females are from Africa. They Nigerian, they from here and there. I'm like, what? And they poisoning black American women's minds. A lot of them blame white feminism for that stuff, but it's a lot of African women, pushing that poison too. But to each his own. Honestly, to each his own. To each his own. But, I don't got much to say other than that. But it's not a movie that you as a man is willingly gonna watch on your own unless you're doing a movie review and give your opinion on it. But so be it, bro. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. The link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Check out the Patreon. Peace.